So 3, 2, 1, action.
Welcome back.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of our Sunday question and answer show. We have been gone for about a month, but
Bit of a hiatus there.
But now that summer is over, we are back, and hopefully we will be consistent with this. We will get right into the questions here. Okay,
let's go. I'm ready.
Questions, comments, whatever they are. So I've picked a bunch here. So the first one is Evo Biancucci 4528. And Evo says, I am saving as much as I can. I do not believe inflation is at 2%. Everything I buy is going up.
I'm with you. Inflation doesn't seem like it's at 2%. It seems much more, but the government is announcing it's 2%. So they must be right.
Yeah, I don't feel like
they must be right in quotations. I should say that. Air quotes.
When we were at 864, it didn't really feel like prices have changed too much from there.
It doesn't seem like inflation is down, but
gas is slightly cheaper. I will say that.
Yeah.
Gas slightly.
Well, just wait for the next long weekend.
So the next question here comes from Kate R8730. And Cater says, this is sort of encouraging. Santo, what do you predict for spring 2025 market? I know
a prediction. Here we go.
I know it's a few months away, but what is the usual and best time to list for this time period? Also, why do all the listings look like empty boxes of blank walls and no personality? I know they say declutter and depersonalize, but they even have no draperies and blinds, and they just look empty and sad. They just aren't appealing, and makes me think that the owners are desperate to sell because the home is not lived in.
The home looks empty and sad. I'm gonna answer or comment on the second part of that comment, and then I'll get back to the first part about predicting the future. So, why do these homes look empty and sad? That statement just it upsets me so much because they shouldn't look empty and sad. Part of our role as realtors and listing agents is to present the home in its best possible light. And looking empty and sad does not fulfill that responsibility or that duty of a realtor. And if you're a homeowner, why would you want people to see your home that way? So look, staging, maybe a new paint job. There's all sorts of things you could do when I talk about present the home in its best possible light, I don't mean lie or, present something that's actually not there, or, Photoshop your photo so it looks like it's so awesome and then people show up and see it empty and sad. That's not what I'm suggesting. The way it looks in the photos, which should be, fairly awesome, it should be like that in real life also when you show up. And that's part of the responsibility of presenting a property a certain way. Why every realtor doesn't do that, I couldn't tell you, but the good ones do it. To the first part of your question, that you said whatever show you were looking at, you said things look encouraging. And what's my prediction for spring 2025? If we talk about history, we typically see more activity in the spring season. It's pretty almost every year. We don't know if spring's going to start January 15th. I know it's still winter, but if the spring market starts January or if the spring market starts in May, we don't know. But we generally see an uptick in activity. Everything that the government has most recently announced, we're talking interest rates trending down, we're talking the new mortgage rules making it easier for buyers to qualify, or making it where buyers have access to more financing. All of these changes, mortgage rules, all that is helping the buyers. It's helping the demand side of our market. It is really not doing anything for the supply side. And in fact, there's an argument to think what they're doing actually may push or, put upward pressure on prices. With all that said, we don't know yet how buyers and sellers are going to react to these changes, because these changes, well, they haven't even taken, well, the interest rates, we know that's come down, but they haven't even taken effect all the other mortgage rules. So I nobody could really tell you for sure what's going to happen. I know if you look, though, you'll find several people telling you exactly what's going to happen, and they'll try to get you to do something now because of it. I can't.
They'll tell you the day.
They'll tell you the day that, you know,
Day and
this is
time.
what you can expect.
Day and time buyers are coming back.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if all of a sudden is going to be, even if buyers do jump in because of these changes, these mortgage changes, I don't know if we're going to have a ton new listings, where, you know, a ton new listings would mean kind of downward pressure on prices. If there's fewer listings and way more buyers, that has an upward pressure on prices. And we just don't know how people are going to react, how the market is going to react. And a quick example is when interest rates first started dropping very recently, what did sellers do? They jumped on the market thinking, okay, rates are down, buyers are back. Well, we had a ton of new listings, but buyers did not come back. They actually held off and thought, oh, if rates are coming down, I'll wait. So we don't know how people are going to react.
Okay, so next question, or next comment here, question and comment, comes from Buzz4208. And Buzz says, who's buying? Kellogg's is hiring $23 per hour. Canada Post is hiring $17 to $23 per hour. $46,000 a year. Restaurants going broke. Retail going broke. Construction is dead with no hope for years. The Bank of Canada lowered the overnight lending rate to fix the overnight repo market. Good luck. Save your money. Depression is here. So who's buying?
Oh man, I'm so sad after reading
I know.
this. Whoever that is there, you know, those jobs you quoted, those jobs, you're going to have a tough time buying. But there's a whole bunch of other jobs you didn't mention where they are earning 100, 120, 150,000 a year. And then you have a couple, if they're each at 100, 150, you're looking at good incomes, and there's a lot of them. Mm-hmm. But we don't need, and we've never had every single Torontonian being able to buy. So based on supply and demand right now, you kind of see what's happening. There's a lot of supply, there's fewer buyers, but there are buyers. There are people buying.
So next comment here comes from Gabriel Rios. And Gabriel says, I like your videos, but I find that you are always negative and kind of dramatic each time.
I'm always negative and dramatic. What are you talking about? Oh, Gabriel.
Negative and dramatic. You should read the comment section. That's where you get the negativity and the drama. But,
am I negative?
I don't think
is telling the numbers the way they are. Is that being negative?
You know, it is dramatic to a certain extent. I mean, you have people that are losing. I mean, people made hundreds of thousands, millions in real estate for years and years and years.
Yes.
And now we're seeing a lot of people in some really, really sad, desperate situations because of their real estate purchases. And it's, you know, I mean, it's kind of hard not to be dramatic.
Remember the call, right? The lady 2 days ago?
I was just thinking about that.
After I hung up speaking with this lady,
I was just thinking about
called
that.
me out of the blue looking for help. I hung up and I just had to pause for a few minutes just to take a breath. I just felt so bad for her.
And that's there's many situations that we hear that are like that. And so it's a dramatic time in real estate right now. I'll say that.
Absolutely it is. And the dramatic headlines and titles, it's Daniel's department.
We go through them together. I come up with them, but we go through them together. So next comment here, actually that segues into the next comment. Nice. So Roadmap 999 says, the title says taking a beating, but given the supply, one could easily argue the prices are stubbornly remaining elevated. This isn't a beating as much as it is a staring contest. What will it take for prices to plummet? So that was the episode that we titled "The Condo Market is Taking a Beating," and we thought about this. We thought about this one for a while, and the reason why we said the condo market is taking a beating. But I mean, a lot of the
We weren't referring
we
to
weren't
prices.
we weren't referring to prices. We were referring to the sentiment,
reputation of condos.
Exactly.
That's what we're referring to.
That's what we were referring to. And
glad we hit the mark with that title.
Yeah. And people, it's funny. It is a staring contest, right?
So now we're back to prices.
Yeah. So we have buyers that want to buy these condos for much less.
Yes.
And sellers that don't want to move.
And they're both kind of staring at each other.
Yeah, they're both waiting. They're both
like
waiting.
A game of chicken.
But at the same time, what's happening while this staring contest is going on, which has been going on for months now, what's happening is these sellers are taking on more and more and more expense, right?
Yeah. And every now and then, a seller says, "Okay, fine." And they give the buyer the price. We're working on one right now. We're
working on one right now, and we had one just a couple of weeks ago where it was legitimate. Like the four units were all priced like within a few thousand of each other, right? Similar units, all priced within a few thousand of each other, and it was just, okay, try price at this one. Nope. Okay, next. Try price at this one. No. Okay, next. Try price at this one. No. Okay, next. Try price at this one. No. Okay, next. You get a call back from one of them saying, okay, fine, we'll take it.
And every now and then the seller cannot hold on anymore. Right. And the buyer, yeah.
So the condo market is taking a beating, and it's because they're taking on more expense. A lot of these units are vacant too.
Yes.
Right? So they're not even collecting, and a lot of the units that are rented, they're not even collecting rent too.
A lot of them are vacant, and there's many, the seller's not even in the country.
Yeah, that's true. So next comment here comes from Clausoon, and Clausoon says, I've got 90 or so condos on the watch list that I started in the summer. 90.
He's narrowed it down to 90?
That's quite a few. Only a quarter of them have sold. The average time that the unsold condos have been sitting, sometimes being relisted 3 or 4 times with different prices, is 2.5 months. What I noticed going through the ones that actually sold is that most of them have balconies with spectacular views overlooking the lake or straight shot of the CN Tower, or a big sunrise or sunset panorama. Buyers really do have their pick right now if they're willing to pay.
It's no secret. The ones that sell first are the more desirable ones. Mm-hmm. So if there's a view, space, size, location.
You're telling me 350 square feet looking onto the highway is not desirable?
But it's not so desirable. It's not so desirable. And but I'm still stuck on, he's got 90 on his watch list.
Yeah, that's a pretty big watch list.
Maybe we should call him in as a guest speaker. He probably knows more about the market than we do.
I think he would know more about those 90 units than we do.
And he narrowed it down to 90 probably.
That's good for you.
Good job.
That takes some dedication.
Absolutely.
Real. But okay, so next comment here comes from Joe I Forever. And this was it's gonna make me laugh. This was after the long weekend video. And if you've been watching our videos long enough, you know that after long weekend videos, we always explain that, hey, sales are down because of the long weekend, right?
Almost always.
And so Joe here says, Santo is funny. There is always some sort of weekend. Full moon weekend, monkey weekend, long weekend, summer weekend.
Say monkey weekend. The year of the monkey maybe, but not monkey weekend.
Let's be real. Market is dying.
That's how it ends? What can I say? First of all, let me say, the numbers on the charts, they're not for the week forward. They're from the week behind.
Yeah.
So those numbers actually happened already. And you'll see a pattern on long weekends, almost always. Activity, in other words, sales, almost always take a beating. And yeah, but generally speaking, the market is down, like you say, or it depends on what you're looking at. For months, it's actually been quite flat in a lot of areas. It's like the Friday leading in the long weekend is very quiet.
Yeah.
The long weekend, it's hey, it's a fact.
Yeah.
Accept it, don't accept it, but don't call it a monkey weekend.
Or full moon.
Full moon. Well, actually, I got a theory on the full moon.
That's for another video.
I got a wife, I got a daughter. Come full moon, they get a little bit wacky.
Oh my god. Okay,
I hope your mom doesn't watch this.
No, I think you're good. So next
She doesn't watch our videos.
next comment here comes from Jim C. Korn. And Jim says,
This is a serious show. Come on, man.
I know. Jim says, I give my kids some advice instead of money. Get a job, get out. Same advice my father gave me. So that was the show where we were talking about parents helping their kids.
I remember that. I hope the advice worked out well for you. Every parent is going to govern their family the way they want. I'm not telling you at all in any way what you should tell your kids or not tell your kids or how you should raise your kids. I was just talking about the realities here in the GTA, maybe across Canada, or especially in the very expensive cities. Lots of parents help their kids get into a home. It's just a fact. But I'm not telling you you should do that or not do that. It's your call.
Next comment comes here from YQLUOU3W.
Say that as a word.
Yiklo.
Okay, good job.
U3W. And they say, what about condominiums? Should we do a home inspection?
That's a great question. And many times condominiums, the buyer will forego a home inspection. I would say, as a buyer, you should do whatever you're comfortable doing. If it's an older condominium, I would most definitely be doing a home inspection, because whatever's going on inside the condo is the homeowner's responsibility. So if you got leaky pipes or you're getting, whatever, the things, there's not a lot of things. It's not like you've got a basement to worry about or an attic. But if the condo actually is on the top floor, you got to be on the lookout for leaks, because it is the top floor. I've seen some issues there before. So there's definitely things to be on the lookout for. If it's an older building, I would definitely be doing a home inspection. If it's much, much newer, think about it. But if you don't do a home inspection, there absolutely needs to be clauses protecting you against things that maybe are not working.
Okay, so last comment here comes from Evening94. And Evening94 says, Hi Santo, really love watching your videos. However, your graphs are pretty much useless as you have too much price variation. Please can you do below 1.5 and above 1.5 million? Thanks. Also, I keep trying to imagine you with hair when I watch you. I just can't seem to picture it. Go on, please show me an old photo.
He wants to see me with hair.
Just for you, Evening94, I will be posting a photo right here of my dad with hair.
You're gonna post a photo when I had long hair?
When you had hair, yeah.
When I had hair. The word long is
we were just talking
relative.
about this actually, and
okay, well, we're ignoring the first part.
Oh yeah, the first part, yeah. Deal with the first part. Sorry.
I appreciate the comment. I appreciate how you want the charts to go. It actually doesn't make sense, 1.5 and more. What you get is what happens to those properties that are on the borderline that move in and out. It just distorts all the numbers way more than what you're seeing now. You're going to see an often just a constant line, and you're wondering nothing's changing out there. So no, I'm not going to do it that way. Just know though, the numbers that we do show, we do take out the outliers. We do remove those, and you see a lot of fluctuation because we monitor these, or we track these on a weekly basis. If we track them on a monthly basis, there'd be less fluctuation. So on a weekly basis, you are going to get more. Don't pay attention to the too much to the townhouse and semi ones, just because the sales are so low there that you get even more up and down.
Yeah. And we
but
try
your comment about me with hair.
We also try and compensate for that with median price too, right?
Yeah, we throw the median price in there.
So
Thanks for reminding me.
You can see the moving averages, which kind of help a bit too. And so all those kind of work together to give you a better idea of what's going on.
I think he's more concerned about seeing me with hair. So for the record, I have a full head of hair. I choose to shave. I shave about every 6 days or so. Right now it's going to sound funny to a lot of you, but this is already starting to feel long for me. And most likely tomorrow morning I'll be shaving. And but I have a full head of hair, but I prefer it gone, shaved, clean shaven. But apparently my son is going to put up a photo here of me with hair.
You'll see a photo of him with hair. He said
Hope it doesn't scare you.
The reason why he doesn't want to grow his hair is because he doesn't want to blow dry it.
I don't want to.
I can't remember the last time I've ever blow dried my hair.
The way I see it is God only made a few perfect heads. The rest he put hair on.
Why do you think we capture you at this angle?
Okay.
Well, that's it for today.
After this show, I don't think anybody ever wants to hear us again.
That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, leave your comments in this video, in the videos that we do throughout the week.
Check us out on Instagram also. We got a whole bunch of other, a little bit more personal stuff going on Instagram.
Yeah. So you can check us out.
And some business stuff.
Check us out there. But yes, thank you again. We'll see you again soon.
Have a great weekend, everybody.